Hey y'all, this is Sean Gerber with Reduce Cyber Risk, and this is part of my CISSP exam questions. RCR Echo 007, 007, James Bond. Yes, that's it, 007. No, this is on Domain 2, Asset Security. Again, these are part of the CISSP exam questions provided by Reduce Cyber Risk, which are a great compliment if you have a fine wine for my domain training that I have on Udemy. Domains 1 through 8 are all available to you on Udemy. Just go check them out. And these follow directly with the training that you would receive by going to udemy.com. All right, let's roll into it. Classification process. Okay, what aspects are part of the classification process? A, identify an owner. B, determine how the data will be classified or labeled. C, build out an exception process. Or D, all of the above. Again, what aspects are part of the classification process? Identification of an owner, determining how the data will be labeled or classified, build out an exception process, or D, all of the above. And the answer is D. The classification process needs every bit of these following, all of these. Identify an owner, determine how the data will be classified, and build out an exception process. There's also some more pieces to that as well, but those are some key ones you need to keep in mind when building out a classification process within your organization. Again, identify an owner, determine how the data will be classified or labeled, build out an exception process. Each of those are very crucial to doing a classification, data classification within your organization. Asset classification. Which one of the following is a type of control used for asset classification? Active Directory controls. A. B. Strong passwords. C. Encryption. D. None of the above. Again, which one of the following is a type of control used for asset classification? A. Active Directory controls. B. Strong passwords. C. Encryption. Or D. None of the above. The answer is C. Strong encryption is a great asset control used for asset classification. You need to consider encryption when you're dealing with a asset controls for your asset classification. Not saying asset multiple times, but basically what it comes right down to it is if you're going to need to put a control on your asset to make sure that something hasn't happened to it, encryption is a great thing to do. Asset ownership. What is the most important first step when determining asset ownership? A. Determine who is the owner for the asset and or the data. B. The location of the data. Or C. The type of data being stored and managed. And finally, D. None of the above. Which is the most important step when determining asset ownership? Determine who is the owner of the asset and or data, the location of the data, the type of data being stored or managed, or D. None of the above. And the answer is, drumroll please, A. Determining who is the owner for the asset or the data is the most important first step in determining asset ownership. Again, determining who's the owner, I can't stress it, to ensure that you make sure you have the right asset ownership. All right, this is the training I've got. You put it out there on udemy.com. You can check out all my CISSP training. Just put in the search bar CISSP certification. Sean, S-H-O-N, Gerber, like the baby food. Sean, yeah, like the baby food or toilet or knife. I like the knife. Toilets are not so good. But yeah, they're useful. But yeah, I'd rather prefer to be known as somebody that's got a knife kind of guy, not a toilet kind of guy. Yeah, anyway, go to udemy.com. Check it out. CISSP certification. All of these questions come from my training. Domains 1 through 8. They're constantly being modified and updated and added to. Or check it out at reducecyberrisk.com. That's it's actually /CISSP-training. That's reducecyberrisk.com. CISSP-training. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side. See ya.